The moment I stepped into the library, the smell of old paper and ink engulfed me. It was a refuge from the outside world, a sanctuary for my insatiable hunger for stories. I was a bookworm, a devourer of words, and the library was my haven. But what I didn't expect was for my visit to take a sudden turn. As I wandered through the towering stacks of books, my fingers brushed the spines, feeling the imprints of the titles. I was lost in a maze of stories, oblivious to the people around me. That was when I first heard it. "Excuse me, could you help me find a book?" I looked around, surprised to see a young girl with wide eyes and a nervous smile. She must have mistaken me for a librarian. "Of course," I replied, smiling back. "What are you looking for?" She told me she was in search of a mystery novel, and I led her to my favorite section. I recommended a few titles and sent her on her way with a newfound excitement in her eyes. It made me feel good to share my love for books, but I thought that would be the end of it. As I continued browsing, I noticed a group of people huddled near the entrance, clearly lost. They approached me hesitantly, asking for book recommendations. I couldn't help but chuckle at the situation. Was there a librarian sign above my head that I wasn't aware of? Before I knew it, I was in full librarian mode, guiding people through the library, helping them find books, and sharing my favorite authors. I felt a sense of purpose, an exhilarating thrill that I'd never experienced before. I was helping people discover the magic of literature, and it was addictive. But as the afternoon progressed, a thought started gnawing at me: where were the real librarians? My question was soon answered when I spotted them huddled together in a corner, laughing and chatting over steaming cups of coffee. They were on a break, completely unaware of the chaos that had unfolded in their absence. I decided to take matters into my own hands. I gathered a group of visitors who seemed interested in the same genres and suggested that we hold an impromptu book club meeting. The idea was met with enthusiasm, and soon enough, we were all huddled in a corner, discussing plot twists and character development. Our lively discussion attracted the attention of the real librarians, who stared at us in bewilderment. I could see the confusion on their faces as they tried to figure out who was running the show in their absence. I stood up, my face flushed with excitement, and walked over to them. With a sheepish grin, I explained the situation and how I'd unintentionally become a temporary librarian. Their initial surprise turned into amusement, and they thanked me for keeping the library running smoothly during their break. A oral narration story.